Okay, and to be honest, I don't really remember where was the last part that I was listening the podcast. Like, what was the part that I was listening at the end of the last video? So I'm just gonna try to kind of like guess, right? So let's start. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the first episode ever of English with Dane, a show designed for you to practice your English. Although it won't be your run of the mill English show, right? Run of the mill's average. So this one won't be your typical language learning show. I'll be talking about my thoughts on things. I'll be talking about music, movies, TV shows, my experiences both as a teacher and also, I guess, just as a person. And I also be talking about news, history, and things like that. So a little bit of everything. I also be having guests on my show from time to time, friends of mine, people that I think are interesting, etc. But for now, it will be a solo mission. I will be translating words, sentences, or expressions that are maybe a bit more difficult, but for the most part, this will be a free-flowing show in the sense that I won't really be stopping to tell you how to use specific verb tenses, tipos verbales, and I also won't necessarily stop to give you rules about grammar either. So if you're looking for those things specifically, I recommend that you get a book on grammar because there are thousands. There are some really good ones out there. If you're practicing your English and improving your listening skills, your listening ability, while listening to me talk about a wide range of topics, then this is the show for you. However, sin embargo, I also don't want to condition my show from the beginning. I'm gonna start from that. So I don't want to condition my show from the beginning. No quiero condicionar. Oh, I think I did that before. Because if I want to explain something grammar related, something about grammar, I might do it. Puede que lo haga. Another disclaimer. This show maybe isn't for the complete beginner. Okay, from there. Este programa o este programa no es para principiantes, completamente principiantes. If you're listening to this show, si estás escuchando este programa, and you probably already have a certain level of English, y tú probablemente tienes ya un cierto nivel de inglés. And if you don't understand every single thing I say, y si tú no entiendes cada palabra que yo digo, don't worry, no te preocupes. With a little bit of time and practice, con un poquito de tiempo y práctica, I'm sure you will. Estoy seguro de que tú lo harás, tú podrás. So patience, entonces paciencia. So if you think you'll get something from this show, si tú crees que vas a sacar algo de este programa, you'll get something from this show, then great. Entonces, genial. That makes me happy. Eso me hace feliz. But if it just creates stress for you, pero si solamente te crea estrés, that stresses you out, que te estresa, then no worries. Entonces no te preocupes. Come back when you're ready. Vuelve cuando estés listo. So, let's get into it, I guess. Let's start. Vamos allá, vamos a empezar. You're listening to the first episode ever. Tú estás escuchando el primer episodio of English with Dane. Hit it. De inglés con Dane. Y hit it, creo que es como vamos a darle, something like that. Algo así. And then there's the music. music. Okay, I'm gonna adelantarlo un poco. Right. Okay, so I haven't mentioned it yet. No lo he mencionado todavía. But if it wasn't clear, pero si no estaba claro, I'm your host, Dane. Soy tu, what is the word for host? Soy tu, I forgot the word. It's like the person who's like welcoming someone. Or I'm your host. Soy tu, something like audio, Dio. I just forgot, but I know the word in Spanish. My real name is Daniel. Mi nombre real es Daniel, or Daniel, for my Spanish speaker friends, para mis amigos que hablan español. But like 10 years ago, pero como 10 años atrás, my friends started calling me Dane. Mis amigos empezaron a llamarme Dane. And okay, hold on that. But if it wasn't clear, I'm your host, Dane. Soy tu, ¿cómo se dice host? I forgot host. But my name is Daniel or Daniel for my Spanish speaker friends. But like 10 years ago, my friend started calling me Dane. And is stuck. Oh, se quedó, está atrapado, is stuck. Now I'm used to it. Ahora estoy acostumbrado a ese nombre. So here we are. Entonces, aquí estamos. I think it was my friend Brian. Creo que fue mi amigo Brian who first called me that. Creo que fue mi amigo Brian quien me llamó así por primera vez. So shout out to Brian if you're listening. Entonces, saludos a Brian si está escuchando. By the way, if you're unfamiliar, de hecho, por cierto, si no estás familiarizado with shout out, con esta palabra, shout out, it means un saludo. Es como decir un saludo. Hold on, I didn't see it. I think it was my friend Brian who first called me that. So shout out to Brian if you're listening. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with the word shout out, si tú no estás familiarizado con la palabra shout out. So here we are. I think it was my friend Brian who first called me that. So shout out to Brian if you're listening. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with the word shout out, it's like un saludo. Es como un saludo. Let me talk to you a little bit about my background. Déjame hablarte un poco sobre my background, ¿cómo se dice background? Mi pasado, no, de dónde vengo. That'll be background. Check the time. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about my life experience. Déjame decirte un poco sobre mi experiencia de vida. So you understand where I come from. Para que tú entiendas de dónde vengo. And also where I'm coming from. Y también para que sepas como quién soy, por qué estoy haciendo esto. Because although these sound really similar, porque aunque estos suenan realmente muy similares. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Whew, that was really hard. I was just thinking that maybe I might make an extra flashcard list, taking out all the new words that I'm learning from the podcast, and also Whew, that's a lot, but I would love to memorize the podcast. All the script, I should just write it down and try to memorize it. I think it would be really good. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you the next time.